What's up, Closer Gang? Welcome to another video. Today, we're going to talk about how to leverage your debt. So stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and show us some love. Let's get into it, pips. Debt is a word a lot of people are afraid of. Throughout school systems, social media, books, and magazines, young impressionable adults are fed up that debt is portrayed as a bad thing. While debt can seem negative, it can also be positive if used correctly. There's a method to use debt in order to actually leverage yourself and multiply your returns over and over again. What is leverage, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. Leverage is using borrowed money in order to elevate your returns. But in the end of the day, you gotta understand, the more you leverage, the more at risk you are. Because in the end of the day, you're leveraging your money, you might lose a lot more capital. Today, we're gonna go through 5 ways on how to make debt your business. Strategy number 1, margin investing. Investing with margins allows you to buy a higher dollar amount of stocks. An average margin account would allow you anywhere from 50 to 100 to some of them even more percent on what you have in. For example, if you have $50,000 into your stock portfolio right now and you can get 100% margin, then what that means is, hey, you can borrow $50,000 from us for a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6% interest rate in order to make money on our money. In total, that would mean that you would have $100,000 in buying power. And guess what? If the stock price goes up and your account hits 200K, all you have to do is pay back your loan and you're good to go from there. Let's say right now your stock portfolio went from 100K to 200K. Then that would mean by the end of the year, you can return your $50,000, and let's say your interest rate is 5%. So what that means is that you owe $2,500 on your $50,000, and you return the $50,000. The rest is straight profit, baby, and you guys just made 100% on your money. The negative, on the other hand, is that if your stock falls to a certain number, then guess what? The brokerage can issue a margin call, and a margin call is when they're like, hey, either you deposit the money within the next 24, 48, or 72 hours, or we're gonna liquidate your stocks to ensure that we're getting our money back. Let's get into strategy number 2. Leverage ETFs, guys. Leverage ETFs allow traders and investors to go long or short on certain indexes. Some fund companies even offer to their clients leverage ETFs where your returns or losses can be anywhere from 200 to 300%. These funds allow you to invest in specific bonds, indexes, or sectors. Leverage ETFs are so attractive to some people because the amount of profits that you can get back on it. During market surges, you can get so much profit out of your leveraged ETF that other investors will be crying and also be jealous of you. The problem is, just like they can work for you, these leveraged ETFs, they can also work against you. And guess what? When they do, you can lose it all plus more. Let's talk about hedge funds. Hedge funds are some of the biggest users of leverage. Hedge funds are very well known to make an insane amount of profits. They're also well known to leverage 10 times of their total assets, which ends up meaning, hey, we can make a lot of money right here, guys. Hedge funds use several forms of leverage in order to create these returns. They purchase securities on money, meaning they leverage brokers' money to make larger investments. Leverage allows hedge funds to magnify profits, but they can also magnify the risk. And what that ends up doing, it actually amplifies the losses that can come with it. It all depends if the market is going to go against them or not. Billionaire hedge fund managers like John Paulson, who leads Paulson & Co. This is a management company based out of New York that was founded in 1994. He was able to take regular investors and turn them into multimillionaires. However, if the fund manager's thesis is wrong, this can lead to a major downside. This can lead to investors losing all the money and the fund actually closing. Are you still with me, guys? Before we continue forward, if you can drop a like and subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell button, that would mean the world. Now let's get into number 4. Now guys, number 4, short selling. And you heard this term around. There's the GameStop, or better yet known as the famous GameStop short sellers that lost all their money. Now what is short selling, you might ask? Well, let me tell you. Short selling is a trading strategy that actually speculates on a decline of a stock, which ends up meaning in layman's terms, hey, we think this company is going to go kaput, so we're going to invest money into shorts and actually short the company, meaning we're going to put bets on it saying that it's going to fall down. Short sellers have made so much money timing specific stocks declines. The downside to short selling is that losses are unlimited, meaning short sellers can lose more than what they invested into it. Short selling can be a super dangerous game. That's why I wouldn't advise any of you guys to get into that field unless you're a knowledgeable trader. But always do your homework, and this isn't financial advice telling you guys exactly what to do, but what I would advise you guys is no matter what, before you step into something, do your homework, do your due diligence, and make sure you're not putting in $1 more than you're willing to lose. And last but not least, number 5, Forex. Now, Forex refers to the global marketplace trading international currencies. It has no physical location, yet Forex is the highest liquid market and the highest trading volume in the world, with trillions of dollars changing hands every day. Most of the tradings are done through banks, brokers, and financial institutions. Forex trading allows investors to control large blocks of currencies with a little bit of money. The pros of currency trading is that you can turn a little bit of money into a lot of money. The bottom line is, it may go against conventional wisdom due to the fact that debt is seen as a negative thing on a person's finances. But if used correctly and managed appropriately, debt can allow individuals to purchase things they never purchased before and allow to leverage their returns. By making purchases that they couldn't do before, this can allow investors to change their lives significantly. To sum it all up, guys, I want you guys to be super careful, but I want you guys to do your studying and your homework. Leverage your money and find ways to do it appropriately. Don't invest $1 more than you can lose, because in the end of the day, we're risking our money out here. But in order to grow, I use leverage even on my properties. And for example, a way to use leverage or margin on a property is, hey, I bought this property 10 years ago. It's worth significantly more. Guess what? I'm gonna go ahead and refinance it and go buy another property with that. It's all about managing your risk. So risk management is number 1. And guys, study up, because this is what you need to do in order to be successful. Otherwise than that, thank you for tuning in. I love you guys. Subscribe to the channel, drop a like, comment below, and I'll see you on the next one.